Doing my one-woman show helps me do all of those things on stage and in the moment, and keeps me creatively inspired and scared. You open her mouth and she start cursing, and I want to be like that.
Beautiful melanin goddess that's before me. Hello.
Coming up on Another Act, I chat with my friend Bresha Webb about her sexy new series on Starz and why her comedic timing is just so absolutely pitch perfect. Bresha, one thing that I love is that people are getting to learn about you through the projects that you're choosing. And the thing they're learning is that you are hands down one of the funniest people that I know. You and I have talked about your comedic timing, and it's chef's kiss. Walk me through where that comes from.
I have a funny family. My family is hilarious. My mom is an unpublished author, probably, and very funny with all the women that she has in her life. My mom's also a Delta Sigma Theta sorority, a part of that, and all the women that come up and through our house. I was also raised in the hair salon. I'm very dramatic because of the women and men and they in my life. And my father is an artist at heart, singer and performer. So I just get it all, I come by it natural.
Yeah. When did you first discover that you were funny? Did you get in trouble?
I was I was always the awkward kid. I was the smallest. So I was always the loudest. And I figured out how to be funny off the cuff, to get out of trouble. And so I was always so cute and so this and so that. And it was like, but she opened her mouth and she start cursing. And, and she will make you laugh. And my grandmother is a hoot. She was a hoot. And she taught me how to curse. And so I was always a comedic relief at a very, I'm talking like 2.
I can see that. I can see that. But what's also interesting is that you're not just really funny. You know how to pull off the drama really well too. Where does that come from? And where do you pull from when you take on these more dramatic roles that we've seen you do over the years?
I'm trained. I went to California Institute of the Arts. I was raised at the Baltimore School for the Arts in Baltimore, and life experiences. When I told my parents I wanted to be a performer and an actor, they were like, okay, well, you need to see real actors. You need to be around real actors. So I've been working in the theater since I was like 8 years old. So I got to, go to New York and do regional theater. So I was raised by real actors. And I knew that to do the work, you had to actually do the work. Like acting is not just about performance. It's not about, fashion and makeup and all of that. It's exhausting, but also doing the work and studying. And I wanted to show the full range of me as a full actress, still getting those roles, and I'm still convincing people that I can do more than just be funny, and I can do more than be dramatic. I want to sing and dance and show all of those colors and the gifts that God put in me. So I'm just at the beginning.
Yeah, that's what's so great, I think, about this new character that you're bringing to life is that you really do get to have a range. You have these moments that are very serious, very intense, very drama-filled, but then there are these moments where I'm still laughing about episodes that I've seen hours, days after I watched it. Was that one of the draws for this character for you and for this series?
Absolutely. It was definitely relatable to my life. The situations, the conversations that these women were having and the situations that they were having, I could definitely relate to the awkward, and the complexities of it all, and the full range and the spectrum of the emotion of these characters. They weren't caricatures. They were real people and successful Black women living and being in this world in Harlem and being Black and proudly Black. I wanted to be a part of this show because I saw myself so much reflected in it.
This weekend, I am a Black girl gone wild, and I will do anything I want. Anything.
I am just trying to blow off some steam. So if you could just let me.
Sometimes you just gotta jump off the cliff.
Nobody ever talks about what it feels like when you're falling.
What makes you think the next time you jump, you're gonna fall instead of fly?
I am a woman phenomenally.
I heard Donald Glover's gonna be there, and I feel like he missed out on dating me when he lived in New York.
He's like married with 3 kids.
Girl, like married is not married.
Lee did such a great job at writing, such a beautiful character and all of these characters, and that she trusted us to put our flair on it as well. And, of course, to have Yvette Lee Bowser to be at the helm to make sure that she was guiding us in the right way. It was incredible. And I can't wait to do it again.
Was Renee the character that you immediately gravitated towards? And if so, what was it about her character?
Well, we're so much alike. I am a Taurus, so is she. The description was a Chihuahua in heels. I have a Chihuahua. Her name is Littlefoot. I wear heels a lot because I'm 5'2". My middle name is Renee. It was just so many things that I identified with. I'm definitely dramatic and loud and fun and classily ratchet. And I'm the Renee in my friendships. And that, I'm always the voice of reason, always the one that's always saying something that might be a little too abrasive or something like that. I'll apologize for it later, but I could totally identify to her. And I also was inspired by her because she takes leaps. And she's not afraid to ask and stand up for herself, even if she loses everything. She's like, I said it now. I gotta, she has those moments. And to see a woman that's fully put together and buttoned up themes, and you would never imagine that she took such a leap in such the height of her career. And she did that. I was like, man, I love a bold character like that. And I want to be like that. And I want to showcase women like that.
Yeah. You had me at classically ratchet. That
right there.
That's a vibe. That's a vibe.
Church, okay. She goes to church too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes.
Right. She's ratchet. She's a religious ratchet.
Yeah. You have worked with some huge names in Hollywood, and you've also carved out quite a space for yourself, making a really strong case for why you are and why you should be a leading lady. How does that feel for you, at this point in your career, Bresha?
I'm still amazed by it. Yeah. I would put up pictures of women I wanted to be like when I was younger above my headboard, of like Gabrielle Union and Essence Atkins and, Whoopi Goldberg and all of these strong Black women that I wanted to be like, that pages from the Essence and Ebony and, all of that. And to think of myself as being one of them it's like a prayer answered. Truly. Yeah. It's like I'm living my purpose, I'm living my dream, and I'm hopefully inspiring someone else to do the same.
I'm 1,001% sure that is actually happening right now. We talked earlier about your versatility as an actor and how you really kind of seamlessly float from comedy to drama. But is there one space that you feel far more comfortable in? And if so, which one?
I love comedy. I love comedy. Who doesn't want to laugh every day? Yeah. Who doesn't want to figure out new ways, and, working with comedians, I've been so honored to work with Marlon Wayans and Jamie Foxx and, Mike Epps and Cat Williams and Kevin Hart, and how they've become big brothers to me and inspire me to be continually funny. And improv, I love improv, and it's so fun, and I love doing all of that. But I also love showing, the other sides of me because, we have to show those levels. And usually it's just a character that sticks out to me, or sometimes it's the director like Tyler Perry coming to me and saying, I see you. I know you can do comedy, but I want to see you more in this light. And I believe people need to see more of you in this light because I know you can go there. And I was like, oh my God. And I was like, yes, I want to take a bite out of crime in this, and I'm very honored that people are curious. So I hope to just keep people curious and keep myself curious to figuring out more about myself and stretching my gift as much as possible, and also producing as well, and creating, there's just so many different lanes that I haven't even scratched at. And I just hope I get the opportunity to do all of those things that creatively inspires me.
Oh, I love that. Tell me a little bit more about your ambitions to becoming a producer. Why is that important for you?
It's important to me because, my stories are different, and my experience is different. I have a one-woman show that I do. A lot of people don't know that I do stand-up comedy, and that I met Tiffany Haddish and all of these people doing stand-up comedy. And so I love characters, and that's where my love of characters come from. I have a one-woman show called This My Show, and I do all of these characters that have inspired me to become who I am. They're all women and a crazy boyfriend, ex-boyfriend, all from Baltimore, and that have led me to my journey in Los Angeles and living my dream.
Tell me, what is it that you get from doing stand-up comedy that maybe you don't get from the acting that we see you do in television and on film?
Yeah, well, I mean, it's my love for theater. I get to keep that nuances, all of those things with the music. I come from musical theater as well. So, and I do voiceovers and all of these things. And so doing my one-woman show helps me do all of those things on stage and in the moment, and keeps me creatively inspired and scared. And it keeps me like, I don't know how this show's gonna go, because every show is different. And it helps me be bold as well, because I produced every show.
I love all of that. And in the meantime, we can watch you on Starz, or we can check out your IG lives, because I've been very entertained these last 13 months by all of the content that you have gifted everyone with the IG lives. So yeah.
And I have some other things coming out. We just found out that Meet the Blacks, a House Next Door, is coming out June 11th. That's with Ep and Cat Williams. So we're gonna have some giggles for you. My crazy character Allie is coming back, who's still a teenager for some reason, and I love just being silly like that with them. I also have a cartoon on Fox called Housebroken, and that's with Lisa Kudrow and Tony Hale, and I play a hamster, crazy, deranged, lovable hamster. And I'm so excited for people to see my voiceover acting. It's a lot of things that I love doing, voiceovers and voiceover acting, and hopefully I could be in Pets 3 or something. But I love doing that. And I'm also in Proud Family, this new reboot of House of Proud Family as well.
Yes, Bresha Webb is booked and busy, honey, and I love it.
Hi.
Bresha, I'm so glad we got to do this. Yay.